Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video around Topps 206. We are just 4 days away from the end of the wave number 2 buying period. And so the question is, are we buying wave 2 after wave number 1? In today's video, we're going to recap my performance to this moment of wave number 1, what I purchased, what I've sold, things like that. At the same time, in our wave number 2 checklist video, AP asked 5 or 6 really insightful questions that I wanted to go and answer today, get them on video, mix it in with my results, and then ultimately decide if we're buying wave number 2 or not. So the first question off the bat, and it's actually not one that AP asked, but it is one that I've been asked directly and indirectly since this product came out. Did I like the product? What are your thoughts so far after purchasing and opening 60 boxes? I will say, from a modern collector perspective, this set is very boring. It's very boring from the perspective of all of the parallels are on the back. There's no color on the front, and that's what the modern collector's after, is the front parallels, because people like to display their cards, and turning cards backwards, which is what I do with my actual T206 cards for some back parallels, is not something that's heard of in the modern game. So I think from a modern perspective, this set is very boring. You really have to have an appreciation for the T206 set or mini cards like that to really appreciate this set. So I like this set personally. I think they could have done a little better job with a few things. Number one, I think the autographs, they just shouldn't have advertised them the way they did. I think as of this moment, it's July 5th right now, we've only had 2 show up on eBay. We've had Zach Collins and Reggie Jackson. They are basically non-existent. So it shouldn't even have been part of sort of the press release or the announcement surprise autographs. It should have been like, we're inserting 5 autographs in the product or something non-existent. I mean, it's so bad and it's so low. There's literally no point in buying this for the autographs. Number 2, the collation of the set was very rough in my perspective. When you have, I opened up 60 boxes and I only ended up with 4 base cards of Zach Collins card number 50. Now, is that some sort of printing thing, the way they made their sheets or how that is? I have no idea. But most of my cards were 7+, 7 to 11. Some were higher than 11. But to only hit 4 base cards in 60 boxes, to me, is very difficult from the perspective of trying to put these base sets together. And then number 3, how are we about to close the wave 2 buying period before everybody has their wave 1 product? It's amazing to read Twitter right now and to see everyone who has purchased these cards and do not have their wave 1 yet. How do you drive a brand around, especially a wave brand like this, without getting everyone their product early? Yes, I understand that I purchased my cards within the first hour of it being up when it came up over a month ago, and that's why I probably got my order first. But these cards should not have been sent out until everything was packed up and ready to go. I mean, are we still printing the cards? Are we still inserting parallels? Are we still inserting autographs? What are we doing? Why are these cards so late? And why would a customer, if I was a customer and I did not have my wave 1 order right now, I would not be ordering wave 2 and I'd not be ordering wave 3. So I think from a goodwill perspective, we are dropping the ball right now, or Topps is dropping the ball right now on this product by not having wave 1 in hands for every customer. Okay, now let's get to the very first question from AP. And the question is, so what are we expecting from this product in terms of value? So from a value perspective, what are we buying? What are we hoping to hit in this product? Like with Series 2 right now, we're looking for Luis Robert cards and parallels and, you know, super short prints, all that good stuff. But in 206, right now, what it looks like is we're looking for Mike Trout and we're looking for Gavin Lux. We're looking for those parallels. We're also looking for the very short printed back parallels of those cards. There obviously does not appear to be autographs of these players in the set, or if there are autographs, they're all in the back end of the product. As of right now, you're looking just for Mike Trout and Gavin Lux. There are other, parallels, the one of one, the American Beauties, the really short printed back parallels. But from a player perspective, you're looking just for Trout and you're looking for just for Lux. And when you think about this perspective, it's only a 10 card pack. If you only order a couple, you really have no certainty of hitting either of those players. And when you look back to my original 2 break videos, the first 30 boxes I opened, I really thought Gavin Lux and Trout were short printed because I hit like 1 or 2 only. But then in my next 30, I had like 10. So it all evened out at the end of the day. But from a value perspective, you're really down to 2 players. You're down to Lux and you're down to Trout. because the autographs are non-existent, and that's concerning for wave number 2. The second question is, does 75,000, which was the print run, does that show that it was well received? I personally think that 75,000 is way too many cards, way too many packs, and I think these were sold right around the ultimate bubble with Project 2020. So possibly people are out there who purchased Project 2020 cards to flip or also purchasing 206 cards. I don't have any proof of that. I don't know if those segments of population cross over, but to me, 75,000 is a ton of product, especially when you think about the one-of-ones. With 75,000 packs, the one-of-ones are 1 out of every 1,500 packs. That is an astronomical number when you think of an on-demand product like this. But this also means that there could be a dramatic decline in wave number 2. I will hold what I'm going to do with wave 2 here at the end, but I really think that when you factor in the fact that people have not received their wave 1, we could see a great reduction in wave number 2. The third question is this strictly a collector's target for those who are nostalgic fans of the T206 set? You are a fan of what T206 represents, which is 110 years ago. When you think of a different time period, I think that is what makes you a fan of this set. If you like mini cards, you're gonna like this set. If you don't like mini cards, you're not gonna like this set. If you don't like back parallels, you're not gonna like this set. But if you like what T206 represents and what it means in the collector universe of baseball cards, I think you'll really like this set. But if you're liking this video so far, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're a fan of 206 or Project 2020, please hit that subscribe button. And now his final question was around, is this a flip product or is this an investment product? And I don't typically prescribe to the investment perspective of a product, and especially in this one. There is no historical reference for this set. And I'm gonna compare it to example like Topps Heritage. Topps Heritage, we know every year the top rookies are gonna have the red auto. And if you're a Heritage fan or a Heritage collector or a rookie autograph collector, you're always gonna wanna have that red auto of that rookie. There is no reference point for this set. It comes out every 10 years or so. And so when we look back in a couple of years, I don't think anyone's going to be looking back for a Gavin Lux Old Mill back or a Gavin Lux Sovereign back. These cards are cool for a certain segment of collector base, but I don't think from an investment perspective these are going to hold any long-term value from the perspective of gaining steam every 6 to 8, 9 months. Right now, if I were you, if you open these and you get something low numbered or a nice player, a Gavin Lux or Mike Trout, I would recommend just selling it right now. I don't think the market is going to be any better right now for it than it will be in a couple of years. Now, by the end of the year, when all 5 waves are out, that could be a little bit different of a story, but I think in the moment when it comes to a Lux or a Trout, I would recommend moving them right now versus waiting for the future. So what am I going to be doing with wave number 2? I have less than 4 days to make my order. I have not ordered anything right now. And so the first thing I did was take a look at my current results. Now, when I go into a case break operation or a case break release, what I'm looking for is always 25% back on my money. I'm making sure that my time is paid for and that I'm able to then fund the next year's purchase or the next product, whatever that could be. I don't open cards personally to try to lose money. At times, there are products where I will open them knowing that the ROI is not going to be as great as another product, like a Pro Debut versus a Heritage or a Series 1. But for the most part, look, on this one, my target was 25%. I felt there was enough juice behind it to go at that target. But after a couple of weeks of opening up this product, I am at just over $300 of return of my $800. So I'm a little farther behind than where I like to be at, typically speaking, on a release, but it's also because I'm taking a different strategy with this set, and it goes into my wave number 2 purchase. On wave number 1, of course, I bought 60 boxes. I'm gonna go way back here on wave number 2 and purchase just 20 boxes. But then that is gonna dictate what I do with my wave 1 base cards. I'm keeping all of my base cards right now. I know people have reached out trying to buy singles or sets, and I've pushed back a little bit saying, hey, let me figure this out and let you know. But what I want to do is open up 20 boxes of wave number 2 and then see how many sets I put together. And then I'm going to hold those set for the future. Then I'll get 20 boxes of wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. The number one reason why I'm only buying 20 boxes this time around is the checklist on wave number 2 or for wave number 2 is incredibly weak. We are now out of Trout. We're now out of Lux. There is Griffey. There is Chipper. Yes, Topps has shown a Chipper Jones autograph, but we know from the history of wave 1, it's not going to be mass produced. Also, the rookies, they're very weak. I don't know who you're buying. I don't know who's buying this at 30, 40 bucks a pop as far as the singles on the secondary market goes. So for me, I'm now in a long-term hold. I'm going to pick up those 20 boxes. I'm going to put a couple sets together. I'm going to move the extra base, and then I'm holding. And then I'm going to hold these throughout the rest of the year. But I do not see, from a flip perspective and investment perspective, there being any juice in wave number 2 because the checklist is so incredibly weak. And do not fool yourself. The wave 2 checklist is weak. If you like this video and want more 206 news from me or to watch the box break video from wave number 1, check out that playlist on the screen right now.